Well, all right, year 11, we're looking at tax reference tables. So we've already done stuff like, how to work out your taxable income. Okay, that's really important concept. We've looked at the idea of deductions. All right, but the question is, how do they actually figure out, once they have the taxable income, how do they actually figure out how much you should pay? All right, so you're going to page 36. You've got this table here. Now, first up, you do not have to memorize this. Okay, this is going to be provided to you in the exam. Okay, but you do need to know how to drive it. All right, but it's basically a maths recipe. It just gives you the instructions of how to do the calculations, and you do it exactly as is. All right, so first of all, you got these different tax brackets. Now, this is all taxable income, not gross. Okay. So if you earned $19,000, well, you're in that bracket there between 18,201 and 45,000. If you earned 130,000, well, you're in this one here. Okay, so the first step is to identify which bracket this person's actually in. But you'll notice the first one, anything up to 18,200, no tax. Okay. So the first 18,200 that anyone earns is tax-free. All right, now, before we get into the calculations, let's just have a look at this. So let's say I've got someone who's earning 19,000. All right, so they're in this one here. So you identify which bracket they're in, and you come across here, and there's these instructions. So let's see what it says. It says 19 cents for each $1 over 18,200. Okay, now, what's that mean? All right, so there's 100 cents in a dollar, yeah? So if I'm taking 19 cents out of the dollar, that's actually 19%. Okay, so I'm 19 cents for each dollar, that's 19%. Looking down here, we've got 32.5 cents for each dollar. That's 32.5%. 37 cents for each dollar, that's 37%. And this one here, 45 cents for each dollar, so that's 45%. Okay, that's step one. You need to understand that, okay? This one here is 19% because it's 19 cents for each dollar. Okay, so they give you the instructions and you just literally follow. You do exactly what it says. You don't be creative. You don't make up weird stuff, okay? You just do precisely what it says. So you should get it right every time because you're just doing exactly. This tells you how to do the maths, okay? So let's have a look at an example. For a taxable income of $48,900, what total tax should be paid? Okay, so 48,900 is in this one here. Now, you'll find most people fit in these two, okay? But here we go, 48,900. What do? Well, it says 5,092 plus, stop there, 5,092 plus. All right, well, let's write that down. 5,092 plus. It's exactly what it says there. Plus 32.5%, or 35 cents for each dollar, over 45,000. Okay, so how do I find something that's over 45,000? Well, I've got to subtract, yeah? But I'm finding 32.5%. If I'm finding 32.5%, that's multiplying by 0.325 McDonald's arches. Okay, 0.325 times, that's how I find 32.5%, times what? 32.5 cents for each dollar over 45,000. All right, well, that's my taxable income. And I subtract 45,000 because just that there, that's how much this guy's earning over 45,000. 32.5% of that plus 5,092. Okay? Now, I didn't make any of that up. I just read it straight off the list here. It's instructions. So you can feed all of that in, but I will do it in a couple of steps for you. So 48,900, do the brackets first, minus 45,000, so that's 3,900 there, okay. 5,092 plus, okay, so I'm going to have 3,900 times 0.325. There's that, and I'm going to squeeze it in down the bottom here. All right, 6,359.5. Okay, so what is that? That is how much income tax they should pay throughout the year. Okay, over 48 weeks, how much should be taken out of the weekly pay? So they're not getting paid for 52 weeks of the year, they're being paid for 48 weeks. So this is divided up. Okay, so I've got that. That's how much we should pay for the entire year. Let's just chop it up into 48 bits. $132.49. All right, so if they took $132.49 out of every pay, they will pay $6,359.50 across the year. Okay, now just flip over the page. Page 37. This is a vital skill, okay? Don't skimp on this. This is just the mechanics of using the calculator to do the stuff that you need for this activity. All right, so I've made up this just so you can actually practice using the calculator, okay? So let's look at this one here. 22% of that, well, that's 0.22 times, because McDonald's arches, okay? 300 minus 82,400. All right, now feed all of that in. I can just do it in one go. 0.22 times bracket 120,300 minus 82,400. Close the bracket. Okay, that's 8,338. Okay. Now let's do this one here. I've got 2,380 plus 39% of blah, blah, blah. All right, so let's just write it out like this. McDonald's arches, 0.39 times 18,600 minus 9340. I'm going to feed it all in one go. 2,380 plus 0.39 times bracket 18,600 minus 9,340. Close the bracket. I've got $5,991.40. All right, so satisfy yourself that you can drive the calculator, get those two, and then churn through these. Unless you can drive the calculator to do these, you cannot do any of these questions around the tax brackets. Okay, you've got to be able to drive the machine. Lastly, there's this example down the bottom here, which, you know what, I'm going to change this one. Let's scribble that one out. Let's go 125,480. Okay, just to show you the different brackets. All right, so first thing is, where does it fit in the table? So it's in this one here. It's in this table. Okay, so let's read the instructions. I've got 29,467. Okay, I'm just going to read that off there. 29,467 plus 37 cents for each dollar. So that's 37%, 0.37 times everything over 120. So 125,480 minus 120,000. All right, let's do it all in one go. 29,467 plus 0.37 times bracket 125,480 minus 120,000. Close the bracket. Okay, so that's $31,494.60. All right, so that's what this person should pay for the year across 48 weeks. 31,494.60 divided by 48. That should be $656.14 per week. Okay, all right. So that's how you do this stuff. Okay, make sure you can drive the calculator. Make sure you can read this table. But I'm just going to repeat this because it needs repeating every single time. Just follow the steps. Don't be creative. Don't try and do something weird, okay? If it says 5092, you write that down. Plus means plus. That's 32.5%, blah, blah, blah. All right, go and do it.